Hey, welcome back to the channel. Of course I had to do another video on cheap outdoor furniture, all DIY. If you haven't seen my video on the two end tables that I built recently, check it out. I'll put it on the top of the screen here. Turned out great. I love the way they look and I love the functionality of them, and I definitely like the price of them. Today we're gonna build a coffee table just like those, just simply bigger, a little shorter to the ground, but it's gonna be a matching third piece of an outdoor furniture solution. So this coffee table is going to be about 48 inches long, so 4 foot long, about 22 wide, which is going to be 4 of these. So I'll cut 4 of these down to 48, and then I'll just use their widths as the tabletop width. So these are 5.5 times 4 is 22. And real quick, you want to make sure you pick the best ones up because this is going to show on top. Now we are staining these black, so a lot of it's going to hide. I've noticed that with the end tables, but you definitely want to pick, I've got 5 of these, I definitely want to pick the best 4. Quick tip, you always want to cut your long lengths first. You don't ever want to have a board and not have enough length on it. So if you cut the longer ones first and do the shorter ones second, you can sometimes squeak by. Thought about, I might go 47 7/8 because I cut a little bit too much off the end, the factory. I still gotta cut that factory end. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do 47 3/4. That way I can cut both ends, factory ends, and still use one board. Might better do this for less. Okay, I've got all 4 of my 47 3/4 inch tabletop. So I'll set these aside for now. These will be stained here shortly. Well, sanded, then stained. Boy, I didn't do a great job selecting lumber. It's not the best of stuff. They look pretty. Boy, they got a lot of scar marks on them, but you know what? I'm going for a rustic look. I'm not going for a modern, rustic hardware type furniture, so we can live with it. Let's cut 4 of these up. Here's my leg supports, 16.5 inches. Okay, now we're gonna cut the legs real quick. 2x4 material, 16.5 inches. I need 4 of them. But I need 4 38.5 2x2s. So I'm gonna cut the 2x4s into 38.5, and then I'm gonna rip them on the table saw and get the 1.5 inch width that I need on all 4 of them. Should be pretty simple. 38.5 2x4s. Now there's only 2, but I need 4 2x2s, so it's gonna split them in half. That gives me my 4. Okay, here's my 38.5 inch 2x2s. Straight as an arrow. To make 6 of these 16.5s, just like the spacers, the 2x6 spacers I did. I got to do 6 for the inside underneath. Actually, probably need to do 7 because I want to put one up top for support. I'll show you that when I start building it. That's kind of what I'm going to do now. Okay, so I got a problem. I got 6. I need 7. So what am I going to do? These 6 will go on the bottom. So I'm going to cut me 2 16.5 2x4s, and those will go on the top rail in between the 2 ends centered, just to kind of give the table a little bit of support in the middle. Probably doesn't need it because it's 2x6s, but it can't hurt. Pro tip: always buy more than you need. So in this case, I bought 1 of each board, too many on purpose. So I'd make sure I had them in case I needed them. So now those will go back to Menards because if I keep them very long, they'll end up warping, they'll be worthless. So I'm gonna take those back tomorrow. And then real quick, this isn't the scrap, this is all the scrap, all the wood I just used. Okay, it's the next day right after work. I had to cut it short last night when I got done eating dinner. It was a little too dark, at least too dark to film. So figured I'd just knock it out tonight real quick. So let's cover what we got here. I got 6 of these, what are they, 16 and a halves, 2x4s. 4 of those will be legs, 2 of them will be spacers. I'll show you where the spacers go later. Tabletops, or I guess the top of the table, it's about 47 3/4. I got 4 of those. Here's my small side rails. So they're at 38 and a half. I have 4 of those. Then I have 10 of these 16 and a halves. And those will be used for the leg structure and also the bottom decking. So I don't know how many pieces I got there. We got 6, 10, 4 plus that, 24 pieces for this coffee table. I think it took 4 2x6s and 2 2x4s. So relatively inexpensive. I still use the stain from my end table project. If you saw those earlier, if not, I'll put a link in the top of the screen for you. But that turned out really nice. It's going to be the exact same build as those. I'm building it the exact same way. The only thing that changed was the dimensions of it. We're going to put the top part of one of the legs on like that. What that does, that leaves a small little reveal to the right, to your left there, for the 1x1 to go on. You'll see what I'm talking about here in a minute. So there's my first leg. We'll put another one of these 2x6s down below. The only difference is we'll raise it up a 1/2 inch or 1.5 inches, which is the width of a 2x4, to kind of give the legs a little bit of a definition and to keep that bottom piece of wood off the ground. Okay, and just like that, there's one leg. So I just have to create another one. You can see the underneath of it, how the little legs kind of stick out. 1.5 inches down, so it gives it a little bit of definition. The top is flush with the 2 legs here. So I probably only need one here, but I got the extra piece and it'll keep this tight together. Probably gonna go ahead and put them in. They don't have to be anywhere particular. My OCD in me will probably make me put them in a certain spot, but they may not be centered. But all it's doing is holding it so the top, the 2x6 on top, won't bow in, especially the ones in the middle. The ones on the ends won't because of this rail. But I'm trying to prevent it from bowing in or sagging, I guess you would call it. I want to use the rough side down. Watch my wife have me say I made the table look ugly, but It looks cool. Let's set it up right, see what it looks like. Oh yeah, yes sir, yes sir. Huh. I love the rough spots. So maybe if you do this project on your own, maybe purposely select, if you're gonna stain it like this, black, and make it kind of rustic or smokehouse-like, maybe pick out pieces of wood that have the bad marks on them. I tried not to, and I still got them, so you may not have a choice. But boy, I love the look of it. I like the size of it. All right, let's knock out the bottom. Actually, before we do the bottom, I think I'm gonna go ahead and put these on while I have it upright. These little angles I bought, they're like $3 or $4. Not much. It's detail. That's all it is. There she is, it's finished. Really happy with it. Turned out great. It's matching my two end tables. So what it cost me? $66 all in. You can't beat that. If you throw in the end tables and the coffee table as a package, we're looking at $134 all in. You'll never get furniture of that quality for that price, at least anywhere around here. It's been a fun project. I'm looking forward to the next one. That's a wrap. If you like these types of videos, give it a like. Make sure you subscribe. Please share with family and friends. And like I always say, I appreciate you spending time with the HomePro Hero.